we said, these bus boys in Bellman, they were all working their way through college, and their tips were being used usefully by saving them and by being able to help out a little bit. And they did rather well. There was no complaints in that category. Well, one day, I go through I'm at the lobby, and I have to go through the back. So I decided I'll go the easy way. So I came in the back of the hotel. And at the back of the hotel was housekeeping. And you go through the dining room to the lobby, the kitchen is all right there. It was a shortcut for me to do, and I was going to do that. As I cut through the back, Rosie Friedman, by the way, was Abe Friedman's wife. She was the head housekeeper, and he was our maitre d' in the dining room along with Dave Diver and a few others. And I see this Asian gentleman standing there, and she's outfitting me with a hat and an apron and everything. He's kind of pushing things away. He's trying to make her understand something that's not working out. And she's getting flustered and frustrated, and I said, I don't know. I walked away. I got to the lobby, and I said, I saw Mr. Grosinger, Paul Grosinger. And Paul is saying, I said, Paul, what are you doing? He's pacing back and forth. He says, I'm waiting for a gentleman. I said, who? He said, the ambassador from Japan to the United Nations. I said, uh-oh, I think I got your man. Go back to your Aunt Rosie in housekeeping. She thinks it's the new Chinese cook. She was out there trying it. There was a new cook, a new Chinese cook that was due that day. And she thought that was a gentleman. He's holding his luggage in his back. What happened was the man took the hack. And we used to have what we called limousines, was the hacks. And he came up over Wordsboro Hill, and the poor thing broke down or whatever happened, and they put him on the short line bus. Now they put him on the bus stops at the bottom of the hill at Grosinger's, and you pick up a phone and you call up and you say you need a house car. So the people were alerted for the cook in the kitchen, so they bring him to the back. So the driver comes down, puts him in the car, takes him to the back of the hotel, and takes him back to Rosie and housekeeping. Well, Paul was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. Here's this wonderful gentleman from the UN, and he got all mixed up with the other guy. There were so many wonderful true stories that happened. You just can't believe half of them. They really were true. So, a few things that happened as we went along during the years. One day I got a phone call from Paul Grosinger. He said, Jackie, you have to come up to my office. There's someone here to meet you. And I said, who? He said, no. He said, you come up, we'll have lunch in the office. You've got to see who's here. So I go up. Now, this is 1985. I go into the office, and there's that baby, all grown up. I said, oh my gosh, what are you doing? She said, Jackie, I took your advice. I went on to college because you told me dancers don't make very much money. They have to work very hard, that you need another career. I said, that's right. So she said, I went on to college. I got my degree. I am now a screenwriter in Hollywood. And I just did a movie called It's My Turn for Jill Clayburgh. And now it's your turn. I said, what do you mean? She said, I'm going to do your movie. I'm going to do the screenplay for your movie. Now let's sit down and start writing. I said, you're kidding. She said, no, we got a story here. Baby went through everything. She said, I know what went on when I was here. I know how my lessons went. I know where we used to go. But I don't know the other side of it when you put me to bed at night. So I said, okay. So we started sitting down and writing. So I gave her the hint about Paul, when Milton Blackstone told me my pupils were dancing dirty. We turned around and called it dirty dancing. And then I said, we Lifts in the Lake from Shelley Winters, so we put that into the movie. You see the practice Lifts in the Lake, so we have that. And I said there were so many other things that went by. The dance studio, we walked all around Grosinger's, and we looked at the property, and we looked at the housing, and the bungalows, and everything that was there, up to the point where we couldn't film at Grosinger's. They sold it 2 months before we were to start filming the movie there. Instead, we went down to Asheville, North Carolina, to Lake Lure, because it kind of looked like that. Now, during some of those years and during some of that summertime, I taught a little couple, and I swear to goodness, in the movie, they looked just like the real couple that I was teaching. But they were pickpocketing. They were the ones that were stealing out of the cabana that my partner Steve was blamed for. They're the ones that were doing other things that my partner was blamed for all that time. They were all doing these little things, and I said, oh my gosh, they look just like them. How did we know? Because one night, as we said, there were 500 hotels. Now, on Saturday night, we were allowed to do a show somewhere else or during the week, as long as we got back to Grossinger's to do 11 o'clock show. So at 9:30, if it was sort of close, we could do that. So we decided this particular night we're going to go to Loch Sheldrake. In the movie, we call it Hotel the Sheldrake. It's the Evans Hotel in Loch Sheldrake. So we go over there to do the show, and my partner was whispering in my ear as we danced. He said, "Oh, Jackie," he said, "there's a gorgeous girl in the front row. I want her number. I want to meet her after the show." And he's 19 years old. Why not? So I said, "You know, Steve, we have a show at 11 o'clock at Grossinger's. We're 10 minutes away, but still, we got to change costumes." He had the car, the old Cadillac. We used to change clothes and costumes in the car. So we get into the hotel, we do the show, he's talking to me, he's looking at her. I said, "Okay, you got 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes goes by, we're at the bar waiting for him so we can get in the car and get to Grossinger's. No Steve. All of a sudden he comes down the nightclub aisle, tucking in his shirt, pulling on a sock, holding his shoes, jacket over the back, his tuxedo, and I said, "What did you do?" He said, "She invited me to the room." "What else would you do?" I went. And as we went along, didn't take long, we were in bed. But just as we did that, there was a knock on the door. "Honey, I came up early for the weekend." She goes like this. She opens up the window. Luckily, she was on the ground floor. She throws Steve out the window with all his clothes. Now he's a good thing it was summertime and didn't have to fall too far. But at the Evans, there were 4 statues in a row outside Lover's Lane. And this is about where her building was. And here's the little honeymoon couple coming down the aisle. They're looking and they're watching, they're talking at the moon and everything. He said they're all gibbering. And she says to him, "Honey, I don't remember that statue this afternoon. Steve had gotten in line with the other ones. Focus up to here. Make a pose." I said, "You did that? Don't you ever do that to me again. That's terrible." I said, "Did you get her number? If you did, you better tear it up fast." I said, "That's awful. You don't do that." Well, that scene we didn't put in the movie. No, we could have done a little bit. We could have covered it up somehow. We didn't do that one in the movie. But anyway, those were some of the fun times that we did have, and they just happened out of the clear blue sky. You don't plan these things. They are so much fun. We went on to do an awful lot of things. My first champagne hour there. Now, you know, in the early days, some of you probably weren't even around then.
How did you find out the little couple was a crook?
We found out because I found them at the Sheldrake when we were dancing at the Evans. I saw her pickpocket while I was on stage. I said, "That's the one that did it." But that's not all. I lost all the money from the lessons they were charging. They were taking lessons and I didn't get paid. Yeah, that was bad. So they were pretty, the name was the Melnicks. I'm sure they're not around anymore. Yep, they're not around anymore. But when you go back to certain days and certain times, when we started doing things, now I came to Grossinger's a few years after Lou had already been ensconced. And Lou, at that time, was a basketball player. He came to play for Grossinger's from LIU. And on Friday nights, Shabbos, there was no music, no dancing. So, I'll get that in a second. There was no music, no dancing, so basketball games. And in each hotel, thank you so much, each hotel had their own team. And what they would do is play each other, and etc. Hotel owners would bet on their teams naturally, and it all became a great time. However, it changed to where we had champagne hours on Friday night because they sold the hotel for $1 to a Gentile gentleman. And that means he owned it for that 24-hour period, and we could do dancing and we could have shows and etc. So that's how that all came about. So our stage manager is the one that used to buy the hotel, Hans Behrens. And Hans would own the hotel. He was thrilled to death that he would buy it for $1 every single Saturday night, Shabbos on Friday night, give it back on Saturday. But that was how a lot of things did change. It was amazing how the years go by, and they would work around how we could do different things. So in the interim, as we worked along in those wonderful years, and we put that movie together, and we put that story together, we didn't realize how wonderful it was for us. But when we tried to go to hotels and tried to sell it, nobody wanted it. It is a piece of fluff. It'll never go. It'll never sell. She tried hawking Hollywood. Every main studio gave it a man, and it ain't gonna happen. A piece of fluff. It's not gonna work. It's just another little love thing. Well, little did they know that finally someone took it, and independently they did film it. And everyone in that film, including wonderful Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, they got paid so little. They got paid very little. And eventually, even after the movie opened up, the rights were sold for the film. They sold it because they couldn't make enough money. She sold the rights, but she didn't sell the rights for the musical. And the musical has opened in Australia, in Germany, in London to great crowds, and it's now playing in Toronto, Canada. It is doing fabulous. It's got lines around the block. And why should it be so fabulous there? It's not even a story, but because Grossinger's in the Catskills is known all over the world. We had every celebrity of every kind come to these hotels and come to the Grossinger Hotel. Every walk of faith. Everybody you can imagine, even the presidents and Robert Kennedy. I mean, you can name all of them. They're all up here. Johnson. Everyone was up here. It was a delight to meet all these wonderful people. When I would go in to do a champagne hour on Friday night, Jane Mansfield, Linda Darnell were my judges. These were the people sitting there. I got pictures on the wall there. I took out a few particular ones. There were so many. Lou and I have 150 scrapbooks at home that are filled with the pictures. I don't know what we're going to do with them. My walls have 500 on the walls. I have my own museum. My sister came to visit for the first time. She said I should charge admission to my house because of all these wonderful things. But they're great memories. They really are. And they worked well at the time because the people were so friendly. We just had a glorious time. And then little by little, the Windsor closed, and the Waldmere and Young's Gap closed. And the smaller hotels really couldn't hold it. They couldn't keep it. They couldn't keep it afloat. But Grossinger's, the Concord, the Pines, the Raleigh, Pictures, they still did their little thing and held on as long as they could, little by little. The Grossingers felt it was 86, it was kind of time for them to close up shop, and a lot of it was because of not only many reasons, other than that. Most of it economy-wise, so expensive to do things today. Even then, the last 20-some years, it always took a toll on everybody. And what happened was, from the big groups that were coming midweek, everything started changing to conventions. When a convention started, they would come Sunday to Friday, Sunday to Wednesday, Monday to Tuesday, Thursday. This is what kept the hotels going during midweeks. And then the big weekends, you'd have your regular normal guests. But at the hotel, Grossinger's 1,600 people. 16. The Concord, 3,000. Now you've got a lot of people to fit into those hotels. That's a lot. So when you run with 300 or 400, that's nothing. It's just a little bit. It felt like nothing. What happened in 85 and 86? Our seniors started coming. And our seniors would fill hotels, and they would say, we came here as a kid. We came with our parents. We stayed at the Cockle Lane, like Lynn said. We stayed over here at Fleischmann's, or we were over here. We were over there at Zeigers. Wherever. You could name hundreds and hundreds of places that these people came and stayed. She says, now we're coming back to reminisce. We see the hotel. The food is still great. So they filled the hotels during the week. So we started teaching line dancing because there were so many women who didn't have partners. And if they did, the men didn't feel like dancing, so the women didn't want to sit around. They get up and do their own thing. So this was also a different time, a different era. And it was good. It's lasted for quite a while. It lasted pretty good. And now we see a big change. We see the things happening at Kutcher's, and I'm not going to tell tales out of school. But the hotel, they took down, they didn't take anything down, they closed. They closed. One building is now, the marquee is now a motel. They have named it the American Motel. And then they ran a restaurant from one of the restaurants in Monticello, Mr. Willie's. He's running a restaurant in the motel part. That's that. Then the hotel closed another couple of buildings. And you would want to stay even in the ones that kept open, with the mold and the mildew and the concrete lying on the beds and the floor when you walk in. It's sad. You know, it is really kind of sad. That's what has become to so much of this. We have a hotel right next door, the Nevele. That was a swinging hotel. It was a honeymoon hotel. You see, the people don't take the interest in it anymore. And you can't have 600 people check in on February the 22nd and 600 check out on Saturday morning because there's no food, no heat, and no hot water. And then not to get your deposit back on top of that. He says, sue me. That's his attitude. It's a very difficult thing to do, to let something go down like that. If you're in the real estate business, you don't care about the Catskills. It's not your thing. You've never had anything to do with it before. So what do? Well, the gentleman said he owes me $23,000 for oil. I can't make another delivery. I want my money in my hand and I'll deliver the oil. Well, he didn't pay up, so he still owes him the money. This is what, August, September, October? That is pathetic. It's sad. It is sad. The Grand Hotel, if anybody's been over there, it's now called the Hudson Valley Resort. There again, they're trying their best to do as best as they can with conventions, and of course, I do dance classes there in the morning. The seniors during the week are there, so that's what we do there. We do our senior business over there, and that seems to be doing all right. It's not every week, it's not constant, but whenever they do it, we have our big dance conventions. Now, I have a convention here October the 13th to the 17th. I do two a year. One is Memorial Day, and one is Columbus Day, check-in. Before me is a big polka weekend. After me is a big Irish weekend. So there are a lot of things happening, you know, it's constant. And I have 15 teachers teaching. We do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have shows every night. The food, by the way, is very good here.
Two. Yes, indeed. Sandra says, you man. And I didn't come here for an argument. You want to play?
Yes, no.
So Sandra says, stand up. Simon says, you want to play?
Yes, no.
What are you sticking with your head? I need one more lovely lady. I got your husband? Okay. Where? All right.
Little lady.
I said a man. Son. Step on a wire. I got 5 ladies. I got 5 men. Simon says, you sir, over here.
You get 5 minutes.
Simon says, over here. Simon says, this lovely lady over here. Behind him. Simon says, over here. Over. Girl. Simon says, over here. Simon says, the yellow over here. Oh, behind this lady. Simon says, over here. I can tell you got no future in this game. At my age, you have a future. Did you hear what he said? Simon says, over here. Simon says, over here. And this is Speedy Gonzalez. Okay. Simon says, over here. Simon says, over here. I'm putting you next to your chair because you'll be out first.
I'm already out.
Simon says, over here. Simon says, over here. Simon says, get behind this lovely lady. I'm not going to use the mic because the wire is a little bad. Simon says, feet together. Simon says, hips, place. Simon says, hands up. Look down. Simon says, look up. Simon says, fall, walk on a plate. You're scared of it. Simon said, left, face. said you have no future. You're bending the wrong way. Okay? Simon says, right face. Simon says, hold it. Simon says, that's place. Simon says, everybody bend back. One. You should have had more pleasure than everybody. She bent the back way and you went the forward way. So don't worry. Simon says up two. Simon says hands down. Simon says over to your right. Simon says over to your right. You know why you won the last time? Because you wait 2 seconds before you wait. And your trick is passed. Okay? Are you scared? You're out. The first thing he told me, what?
Give him another chance.
Did you give me a chance?
I've given you about 50 chances.
Simon said, lady, you're half-ass left. No, you either wait or go ahead. Now you're out. You want a chance?
I want another chance.
Then go back. Simon says, go back. Hold it. You know why? You're concentrating too much.
On you.
Not on me. You're concentrating too much in trying to win. Okay? Not over here. Simon's over here. I don't know which hand is doing the moving. Simon says over here. Simon says walk in place. Hold it. Simon says hold it. A little over to the left. What do you mean you're out? You haven't done anything right yet. Get back here. Simon's back here. Hold it. Where are you? Over there. Over there. Now you're out.
You can't do anything right.
Over here. Simon says over here. What is your name?
Now you're out.
What do you mean good? You should have confidence. Simon says, are you doing good?
Yep.
Yes, Lou. And go back. Simon, go back. Hold it. Atta boy. You're only as good as you want to be. See, you have a complex that you're afraid you'll make a mistake. Yeah, nothing, baby. She made a few over here. Simon says, take a step back. That's better. You want a chance? Simon says, you want a chance?
Why not?
Yes, Lou.
Yes, Lou.
You're out of here.
You're out again.
I feel like I'm on strike.
Simon says, this lovely lady over there. Hold it. Simon says, you scared of me? You're out. All right, go back where you were. Simon says, go back. Hold it. I never saw somebody walk this far. Simon says, go back. Simon says, hold it. You took a half-ass step. Are you out or in? Simon says, come in. Put it up. Simon says, put it back. You're out. Put it in. Simon says, hold it. You got a complex. You know what? You're better off. Make a mistake and get out. I want you in a game. I want you in a game. You win.
Sorry, sir?
You win.
No, you don't think so.
I am dishonest.
I didn't say that.
You said, all right. Yeah. Simon said, walk back. Hold it. See, you walk. Am I right? Simon says, I'll get you out in a second. If not, Simon says over there. Simon says, step next to her. Simon says, face each other. Simon says, walk towards her. Simon says, oh, there's still space. Simon says, hold it. Simon says, place your hands forward past the shoulders. Simon says, say to her, what do you think of me, baby? No, come on, they want to hear it. Simon says,
What do you think of me, baby?
Simon says, give him the answer.
You're hot.
Hot! Separate your hands. You're out.
You're out.
Dirty? Was I dirty? What? You'll get 4 men out. Here's a guy that'll be out just by looking at you. Simon says over here. Simon says, oh, face her. You're out. He's a nervous wreck, this guy. Why are you so nervous? Simon says, come back here fast. Simon says, oh, a little closer. You're up.
Yeah.
Took you a while, didn't it? Simon says, over here. He'll be right with you. Simon says, you sir, over here. It's enough pictures, have a little fun. Simon says, your last chance. That was a nickel. I know you don't have to explain. Simon says, I want this guy. Simon says, walk through the aisle. Simon said, walk macho. Simon says, now walk macho. Would you believe me if I said to you, you're out in a second?
Yeah.
Simon says,
No,
no, Lou.
no, Lou.
Simon says, you sir, up here. Simon said, look, Marshall. What the hell is that? Simon says, walk next to this young lady. She's scared of you. Simon said, get behind her. That's it. Simon says, over to your right. Are you scared of me? Simon says,
No.
no, Lou.
No, Lou.
You're out.
You want a chance?
No, Lou.
No, you're
Simon says, you want a chance?
Yes.
Lou.
Lou.
You're right. Now, she's explaining to him why he was out.
She knows because she's
Simon says, you sir, Mr. Clean. In here. No, he's a man. Simon says, in here. Simon says, your hands are like this. You're out. You know why you're out? Yeah. Go back. Simon says, go back. Simon says, you scared of me? Think fast. No, you. In here. Simon says, I need a man who doesn't swear, drink, or smoke. Who, my friend? Simon says in here. He's not that good. Simon says, get behind this fine gentleman. Simon says, you too. Change, lady. Change. Simon says, change. Not you. Simon says. Simon says, you too. Change places. Simon says, say to him, hello there, big boy.
You're out.
Simon says, say to her, hello there, cute little girl. A little louder. Hello there.
You're out.
Understand why? Yeah. Oh, go back. Simon says, go back. Simon says, you too, change. I never saw how happy a guy in that. Simon says, you sir, turn around. Simon says, you man, turn around. Simon says, you sir, turn to me. Simon says, honey, back it up till you feel something. You. Simon says, back it up. Simon says, you feel it, big boy?
Simon said, yeah, you feel it, big boy.
What do you mean you feel it? Say yes. Think. Yes, Lou?
Yes, Lou.
Simon says, turn around. Simon says, back it up till you feel something. Now with your hands. Simon says, you feel it? Yes, Lou. Oh, you almost did it. Simon says, you and you, place your hands overhead. Simon says, the gentleman with the sexy hat and the lovely lady. Simon said, place your hands above your head. Simon said, connect your hands. What are your hands? Simon says, connect up your seats. Simon says, move your hips and rumba tempo. Don't fall down. You're back. Simon, move your hips and rumba tempo.
That's no good.
Simon said, hold it. Simon said, bend forward and touch your shins. One. Simon says, introduce yourself. Say hello there. Simon says, say hello there. Simon says, answer her. Simon says, hello there. A little louder. He's good. See? He's concentrating. He's looking at her backside and he's forgetting the game. Simon says, up two. Simon's the fine gentleman with the blue hat and the lovely ladies. About face. No, you don't try it, they did. Simon says, over here. I kept you in the game because you have a lovely outfit. Your husband may not like it, I like it. Simon says, over here. Simon says, so would you believe me if I said you're out?
No, Lou.
Simon says, take a deep breath in. Simon says, take a deep breath in. Oh. Oh, we'll see how long you hold it. So, are you holding your breath in? Simon says,
Yes.
say, yes, you.
Yes, Lou.
You're out.
You want a chance? I didn't give you a chance. Simon says, you want a chance?
Yes, Lou.
Simon says, over here. Simon says, my friend, over here. Simon says, in here. What is your name? Simon says, your name? A little louder. Simon says, in here. I got 3 men and 3 women. What is your name, dog? Simon says, what is your name? Simon says, what is your name, my dog? Phyllis, you've added a lot of chunky to the game. That's your wife? What do you mean you did? I said, is that your wife? He said, yes. Oh, you gotta ask her? Simon says, over to your right. I can get you on any time. Simon says, over here. This is a style I want you to see. I'm going to give one guy a chance because it's been bugging him while he was out. Harry, is that your hubby?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Simon says, that's your buddy.
Yeah.
Simon says, that's your lovely wife? Well, you got to take a look. You came in with her. You when?
Not married yet.
Not yet.
Oh, you may get married. Simon said, the 2 of you in here. You don't know how many sheriffs I've worked on with this guy. Yeah, everything works. Simon says, take a step forward. I will not do anything to embarrass you. Is that fair? Okay. Simon says, small step forward. That's it. Simon says, small step forward. Your hands are down. Simon says, your hands are up. That's up. You do? May I tell you, that hat, wherever you enter a game, wear it. What does that signify? It's how I found the bomb. Did you hear what he said? Simon says, that hat? Simon says, that's your hat? Who would know? Simon says, no, you look good now. Simon says, over to your left. Simon says, Joe, hubby in the audience? Simon says, wait a minute, you said yeah and then no. He's not in the audience. Is your wife in the audience? Simon says, your wife in the audience? Yes. Simon said, do you love your wife? Yes. Simon said, point to her. Which one? She's a doll. She's a lovely life. Simon says, over here. Is your Simon says, this part of the game. Don't worry, we'll make out. Simon says, you, sir, over there. Simon says, over to your right. Are you scared of me? Who says she's out? Why do you say you're out and you're in, but she's very pretty to look at? Right? Simon says, you afraid of me? No, you.
You're out.
He said, she's enjoying like she's making out. Simon says, over to your left. Simon says, over to your right. You almost went the right way, huh? Simon says, over to your right. When are you getting married? Who said that? Somebody said you did. You know, so far, you laughed, you had a good time, and every time you holler no, and then you say it's not me. You want to get in the game? So, can I get you out in a different way? Put your hands together. Signs to bring apart. Signs to bring your hands together. Signs to bring them apart. Bring your hands together. Signs to bring your hands apart. That's apart. See, I get everybody, including Simons, to face each other. Love at sight. Simon said, Patty, walk towards her. Simon says, Patty, what does he do for a living? You gotta talk loud. He's a writer. Simon says, you mean books, things like that? Simon says. Simon says, walk towards him. Simon said, place your hands forward past their shoulders. By the time you make it, it'll be too late. Simon says, over here. Simon says, place your hands around her shoulders. No, the hands on the bottom. Simon says. Simon says, the right hand. And your hand is here. Let me see. Did I put my arm around you, Jackie?
When?
Simon says, put your arm above her. Simon said, put your arms under his. Simon says, embrace each other. Be careful. I give you, separate. All right, we'll continue the game already. No, you move. I remember the position you're in. Simon says, you should change place, you two. Say, hello there, baby. Simon says.
Hello there, baby.
No, hello there, baby. Simon says.
Hello there, baby.
Hands around. Well, he just said, don't, your wife is here. Simon says, just say cheek to cheek, Simon says. Simon says, say to her, I'm loving you, honey.
I'm loving you, honey.
You're out.
Simon says, say to her, me too.
Me too.
A little louder.
Me too.
I want you sit down. Keep your hands the way they were. No, there's no more. Simon said, answer this way. Simon says, look at her and say, Patty, I'm a the boss. Simon says, Patty, I'm the boss.
Patty, I'm the boss.
Give an answer. I said that to my wife. I said, I'm the boss. She said, forget it. Say it.
Forget it.
You really getting married? Who? Simon said. Simon said, you get married?
Whatever you say, do.
Simon says, go on over and give her a kiss which should last a lifetime. Come on. Come on, Patty. Simon says, kiss each other. Separate. 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 Oh, she's getting tighter. Separate. All right, I'll finish the game. You stay there. Simon says, you too. Grip each other's hand.
You're
Shake.
out.
Did you shake? You're out. Odette, Patty, Simon says, separate. May it last till 120 years. Come on over here. Simon said, hold it! Easy. First, Patty, it says who goes there.
Just be careful, at least.
She has at least 40 witnesses that you said for lifetime. Simon's going to hear it. Simon's still going to hear you say my lifetime. Simon said, keep on saying it.
I don't know how many times.
Whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. Patty, he's a nice guy. And now, Mr. Clean. Who started this? This is your guys. Would you like one? Yeah, wait a minute. Yes or no? Would you like one? Yes, you. Simon said, would you like one?
Yes.
Just yes or no? A little louder. Simon said, a little louder.
Yes, blue.
Buy one.
You didn't say Simon said.
You were the first one when I had the game, and it started rolling. Everybody started to laugh. This is for you. My pleasure. And this is yours, man. What? Change it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, you do. You did a marvelous job. Everybody. What's
Tell my favorite stories about the little Jewish boy.
a young boy running from school? He says, Mom, I made the school play. Mother, that's wonderful. Which part did you get? He said, a Jewish husband. She grabbed him and pushed him right back and said, give him another chance.
Telling you what a speaking part.
Maybe I have to say it. By the way, I hope you had a nice time. You know how long we were together?
I have just one story I want to tell.
Go ahead.
Can I have the microphone? Please, Simon.
Someone to say now.
You have to go home with me. He doesn't drive, I do.
I always say when he tells one little story that's so cute about the little Jewish boy. The little Jewish boy says, you're going to have dinner with me tonight at my house. He says, okay. And the little Catholic boy says, well, you have dinner in my house. We say a prayer before we eat. The little Jewish boy says, we don't have to. My mom's a good cook. Yeah, I like that one. And the other one.
One joke. You
Well, I got one more. I got two more. And the other one is, the little Jewish boy standing there with the little Catholic boy. The little Jewish boy looks at each other, and the Catholic boy says, my priest knows more than your rabbi. The little Jewish boy said he should. You tell him everything. Yeah? But the one I went to, there's an ecumenical council in London. All the men of the faith have to commune there. And the subject that they're going to do at this convention is, when does life begin?
Well, they first call upon the minister, and the pastor gets up and they say, when does life begin, sir? He said, life begins when that little baby is born. And when he's there, you hang him by his little feet, you little tushy, you just pat him there, and when that wail comes out, that's when life begins. Oh, the priest was adamant. He gets up and he says, that beg to differ. Life does not begin then. He says, life begins when that seed is planted in the womb. That at the moment of conception, that's when life begins. Way in the back of the room, the little rabbi gets up and he says, you know, you're both cockeyed wrong. Life begins, kids get married and get the hell out of the house. So it's very nice to see all of you here today.
What is a loser? You could be right or wrong, it doesn't matter. A loser. L-O-S-E-R. What's a loser?
Someone with a sad face.
Sad face. Hello there. No, a loser is a guy with a cordless microphone.
And it trips over.
Want another loser? He being told to lose my keyhole and sees another eye. Want another loser? A guy who buys a suit with 2 pair of pants and wears a holder jacket. Yes? You want another loser? A guy who walks into a restaurant where they have topless waitresses and he gets thrown out for not wearing a tie. You want the best loser of all? A guy whose wife loves to have sex in the back seat of the car and she wants him to drive. By the way, I hope you had a nice time. And by the way, my thanks to this fine gentleman. I kidded with him, he kidded back. And that's why we're still here.
Yes, Lou.
By the way, right now, I understand you have bingo on the schedule. Is it? Yes. If you care to play bingo? What is it, for money? Yes. Okay, so everybody, if you want to stay for bingo, stay here. If you want to stay in the seat, stay in the seat. You want to come up here for bingo, get your cards over here. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, we'll give you 5 minutes. You can take a look at these pictures and also...
What other day?
Oh, by the way, who asked me when she broke her leg? Thursday night. Children, they was a drug addict, but the family found out that there was some kind of law that Native American children have to be, even if they couldn't enforce it, they have to be with a Native American family, at least one part Native American. So they had to move them to another family.
And just 4 years ago, I made another match made in heaven. I introduced our own Irene Alterman to Kirk Schloss. Kirk thanks me at least once every month. Okay, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce a few very special people. Deborah Weiner of our South Shore Club, a member for over 50 years and currently serving on the national board. Deborah, would you like to say a few words?
What was I going to say?
Is Doris Katz in the room?
She's not here, no.
She left? Was she here?
I don't know, I just want to come down here.
Okay.
Should I take it down if I...
Around here. Okay, just bear with her. She's coming. And then we're going to hear from Doris Schmidt.
Brother said to say a few words. Actually, I want to take a minute to really, really be serious, because everyone is here because of the work that we do in Israel. Because Na'aman is here to raise funds for Israel. because we don't build buildings, we build families. From the little children in the daycare centers to the high schools where we teach children how to work with agriculture, how to do jewelry making, how to make dresses. These are children who wouldn't have had a chance out in the real world. And because Mount has these high schools for them, they can go out and become productive citizens. We also have counseling centers. And if I'm choked up, it's for a reason. Because I'm thinking of these children who stay in our daycare centers with the katushes going over their heads. And they're not even allowed to go outside and play any longer. And we have to counsel these children because they have traumatic stress syndrome. We also help the women. Where are the women with bereavement groups who lost their young husbands in all the wars that Israel has to fight? And we help the women who want to become divorced because in Israel, which is an unsecular state, it's very, very difficult for a woman to divorce a man even if he believes her. And this is all the work that Mount does. And those of us who are here tonight, members, are members because we want to show our support to Israel. So if any of you would like to become a member, and you don't have to join a club, and you don't have to do it for anything formally, you don't even have to raise money. We need support. We need to show Israel that our membership is growing.
A very important person. Doris Shinners, our president of the Long Island Queens Council, who's with us this evening, and she would like to say a few words to you.
Well, I'd like to thank Rhoda and Irene for this tremendous weekend. It's extremely time-consuming and challenging to put together a weekend. And when you get here, there are problems and things that are unexpected, and both of them deal with it with dignity and grace, for which we can really be very thankful. I also like to say that we have our Circle of Love pendants available. We still have a few available. They're Jewish stars, and they sparkle in the bright light. You can get one if you contribute $200 towards our multi-purpose centers, which are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in Israel and help children from impoverished families. I also want to tell you there's a table outside, and on the table there's much literature that you can take home and read. There's also, we're selling entertainment books, New Year's cards, and also raffles, which will be drawn. The raffles will be drawn on the evening of October 23rd, it's a Thursday evening, at our membership dinner at Katie Daly's. All members will be receiving a flyer in the mail. And thank you for your time.
8:30, I'll stand in for Carol Barron.
You got it all, Mama?
Here they come. Happy Passover. Happy Passover. Happy Passover, everybody. Happy Passover.
Happy Passover. The year 09.
I bring 2 balls.
Welcome to the big Passover dinner.
Smells good.
It took 2 months. And Lori is still buying food.
Sure.
What?
How are you?
No, not a lot.
I know. Anyway, so with your top villains, so
Now?
in the movies. No.
Stop!
Hey, here we are.
Leave them over here for now. I know it's real hot.
Hi.
I just want to burn yourself.
Hello, hi. How are you?
Everybody's working here.
Because everyone is hungry.
I think so. Hello, hi.
Hey. I'm running out of video.
I'll go the other way.
I gotta change.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, good. Sorry, I put that on the table. Sorry, I missed it. Oh, sorry. Let me see you.
Okay, see you. Very good. You know what? They get with us practice. Put the practice around for the
Sure.
practice. Just put them like around the outside.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
And I got lots of come around.
Where's the other eggshell?
One's in the here, one's in there.
I gotta see what you're doing. Oh, okay. Got it.
We sliced them before.
Oh, good, that's great. Oh, that's a big help.
With all the, what you call, seeds and everything. Carrots, the kitchen table. I got, do I put it?
Now I need another.